The 1970s have a lot to answer for when it comes to our waistlines. Fat, we were told, makes us fat. The theory was that if we reduce the fats in our diet, then we would store less fat. However, since the 1980s, despite a substantial decline in fat consumption due to low-fat diets, there has been a massive increase in obesity. It turns out that reducing fat is not the answer to losing weight. And according to Dr. Walter Willett, a researcher from Harvard School of Public Health, the emphasis on fat reduction has been a red herring and a serious distraction in efforts to control obesity. As I've explained previously, it's sugar and refined carbohydrates that cause weight gain because they increase the production of a hormone called insulin, which is the fat-storing hormone. This means that for decades, people have been trying to lose weight by reducing fat, and no wonder it hasn't worked. Having said that, not all fats are healthy, and so the kind of fat we consume does matter. Saturated fats found in red meat and dairy products increase the risk of something called insulin resistance because they make the cell membranes hard and less receptive to insulin. They're okay in small quantities. However, they're even more harmful when combined with sugar and refined carbohydrates. So think of a classic burger with a white bun. This combination increases both cholesterol and triglycerides, which are risk factors for heart attacks and strokes. The worst of all are trans fats, which are often labeled as hydrogenated vegetable oil. They are pretty much in all processed food and have been linked with an increased risk for type 2 diabetes. Good fats, on the other hand, known as essential fatty acids, are, as their name implies, they are essential and they can only be obtained from our diet as our body can't manufacture them. They are found in nuts, seeds, oily fish, and soya. The problem is that in the desire to manage weight, many people avoid these really healthy foods because they believe that they are fattening. However, a deficiency in these particular fatty acids can make it really hard to lose weight, and here's why. Essential fats can help boost your metabolism. They also direct blood sugar to be burnt as fuel instead of being stored as fat. They can increase cholesterol metabolism, so there's less available to clog up your arteries. They can help to reduce chronic inflammation, and also critically important for optimizing the health of your brain. And they can also reverse insulin resistance by helping cells to be more fluid and flexible, and therefore sensitive to insulin. We have taken this principle to heart for several years, and our weight is absolutely stable. We barely eat any sugar and refined carbohydrates, although we'll occasionally have brown rice or brown pasta, and our diet instead is higher in essential fatty acids. We eat nuts, nut butters, seeds, and oily fish 2 to 3 times a week. When I make a salad dressing for the two of us, I use 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And we have avocado in our salads. We use coconut oil for stir frying and avocado oil for roasting. So to lose and maintain a healthy weight on a diet high in essential fatty acids is absolutely possible. You can do this, but it will require a mindset shift. So let's make this super practical and assess if you could be deficient in these essential fatty acids. So do you have symptoms like difficulty losing weight, dry skin and dandruff, depression or irritability? Do you have dry eyes, lack of motivation, aching joints, high blood pressure, arthritis? If you have several of these, it could be an indicator that you could be low on these essential fatty acids. And have you been avoiding foods like nuts, seeds, oily fish, and avocados? If yes, I've now got a few suggestions for you. First, I recommend supplementing a high-quality omega-3 fish or algae oil. At this stage, I would avoid the combinations with omega-6 and 9 to really benefit from the anti-inflammatory properties of omega-3 DHA and EPA. I would buy fish oil extracted from small fish, such as herrings and anchovies, and with a really high purity rating. A good daily dose would be around 750 milligrams EPA and 550 milligrams DHA. For this oil, you really don't want to compromise on quality. Extra virgin olive oil is a great way to increase omega-9 fatty acids in your diet, and you can use that to make a delicious salad dressing. Olive oil is one of the most counterfeit foods you can buy, so we opt for organic. Next, consider how you can have oily fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, or trout at least once a week. You could bake salmon or trout. You can make a pasta with tomato and sardines. You could have mackerel in a salad or make it into a pate. If you don't eat fish, then be sure to have organic soy instead. When it comes to nuts, please avoid any if you have a nut allergy, but having a handful as a snack or putting nut butter on toast are great options. For the nut butter, just avoid buying any with added sugars. For seeds, you can sprinkle them on a soup, a salad, or a pasta dish. You can add flax seeds to a smoothie or to fruit and yogurt. Ultimately, healthy fats are your weight management and your brain health friends. They are not the enemy.